I think Lillard is I don't know if assuming that the Heat would be the destination, I don't know how much his role would actually change. The circumstances might he have better teammates around him, but he'd still have the ball in his hands a ton and be the, late game guy and stuff like that. No, it's hard because so much of what a player does is based on their context and role that um it you have to take into account that to some degree. Now, sometimes that's an opportunity. And I think that, Bridges never had the chance to show that he could be a ball in hands guy. I don't know what more he could have done in Brooklyn over that time span. And your position is totally credible in that, well, okay,
And
yeah, but
correct.
there's no way in 27 games it could be enough. But I mean, it's sort of for Lillard specifically, it's more a little bit, we'll see where he is as a playoff difference maker, where he hasn't really had the squad around him for that to be, a live question for the last, I don't know, since the bubble, basically. Like he was not good in the bubble playoffs, in part because he had to play 8 playoff games to get in the playoffs.
Right.
That year, if you remember,
It was insane. It was
yeah.
insane.
And so he basically had already played 2 rounds by the time they got to the Lakers, and so he didn't have anything left. But we haven't seen, it was a little bit like we kind of like bring Jamal Murray back and Jokic will be fine.
Right.
And then, but Jokic had something to prove last year because we'd been saying that, and then he went and did it. But if he'd had a mediocre playoffs and they'd gone out in the second round, it's like maybe we were wrong about that. And so Lillard getting to a situation where he's on a team with those expectations, it gives him that opportunity, but it's also the challenge and the possibility that it could go the other way, and then we have to adjust our thinking accordingly.